Τι ετοίμασες πάλι σήμερα, φίλε Παναγιώτη, και τι με τραβάς Τρίτη, 7.30 ώρα, 3 του Δεκέμβρη?
Εγώ νομίζω θα μου πεις, πού είδες το μάτς?
Αφού δεν έχουμε μάτς, δεν παίζει ο
Αυτό δεν λέω.
σε 45 λεπτά από τώρα, που βλέπουμε εμείς είμαστε στον αγώνα με την Μπαρτσελώνα και με έχεις τραβήξει εδώ να κάνουμε τι?
Λοιπόν, σε έχω τραβήξει εδώ γιατί πάμε για τη δεύτερη μας συνέντευξη με αθλητή. Πάμε να συναντήσουμε τον πρώην σέντερ του Παναθηναϊκού και πολύ αγαπημένο της εξέδρας, νομίζω, Στέφαν Λάσμε.
A.K.A. ηλεκτρολόγος or the Γκαμπόν Μπατίστ.
Με Γκαμπόν Μπίστ. Και πάμε να δώσουμε συνέχεια, νομίζω, στην προσπάθεια που κάνουμε. Με ένα like, ένα subscribe, τα σχόλια του κόσμου από κάτω περιμένουμε για τη συνάντηση αυτή. Δεν ξέρω αν έχεις να προσθέσεις.
Έχω να προσθέσω: πάρτε, κόψτε, κάντε share, δώστε του βήμα αυτού του βίντεο να ανέβει, να ξεπεράσει όλα τα υπόλοιπα. Είναι πολύ μεγάλη μας τιμή να έχουμε έναν ακόμα αθλητή και θέλω πώς και πώς να το ρωτήσω για εκείνο το reverse dunk. Θυμάσαι που του πετάει ο Διαμαντίδη στην μπάλα, το κέντρο σχεδόν, και την παίρνει και την καρφώνει πίσω με την Μπαρτσελώνα. Μέσα ήμουνα. Πάμε να τον βρούμε, πάμε.
So, we are here on Pick and Roll podcast with Christopher, and of course we have with us Stefan Lasme, former Panathinaikos player. Welcome on our podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Christopher, you want to start?
First of all, it's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much that you accept our invitation. And I want to first ask you something about the years of Panathinaikos. You came like in a very, very, very hard time for Panathinaikos team. After Zeljko Obradovic left, like 2012, it was a rebuilding year for the club. What was the key factor for you to make this decision to come to Panathinaikos?
Really to come to Panathinaikos, I had to. It took a while. I mean, negotiation. I remember my first year took a while with the management team, but getting a chance to play with Diamantidis is something that I couldn't pass. There is other players also on the team that I was interested in playing with. Playing for a prestigious club who has, I mean, I have to say, the largest fan base in EuroLeague. That's not bad at all. And the weather, Athens weather, you can't beat that.
Actually, you had a good time in Greece, so?
Yes, I had a good time in Greece. You talking about my first year? Definitely. I mean, I had a great time. My family had a great time. Getting to meet new teammates and getting a bond, and actually how the season went, getting to understanding Coach Pedulάκη is better. Although in the beginning it was never difficult. You know, I think a lot of people put an accent on the fact that he was speaking more in Greek than English, but like we understood each other right away. I know how the stuff that he wanted to see, the stuff that he wanted me to do. He was pretty clear about it from the beginning, and we were just focused on winning games, and it translated throughout the season, the evolution of the team.
On your first year with Panathinaikos, you were one win away from going in the Final Four. I mean, the series with Barcelona.
I mean, this was a very, very, very good series. It was tough. I mean, Barcelona was a very well coached team, but also they had experience of playing together for a couple of years before we played against them. This was our first year playing together. Getting to that level and to this last game was, in its own thing, an achievement. I regret not giving more. I feel like I could have given a little more for us to get over the line. But overall, it was a great experience, man. Games that this is the stories that you take with you. You tell your kids. That I still talk to younger kids that are trying to play basketball in Gabon when I go and do camps. There's a lot of kids that come back to me and say, "I remember, Stefan. I remember your that talk about those games, the games against Barcelona, as something that the whole country was watching in Gabon and everybody was paying attention." So it was my experience with all this thing is similar to all my teammates, but a lot different today for me to understand, because I get to go back home in Gabon and I just see everyone was paying attention. It's like it was the first time, it was one of the few times in Gabon that the whole country was watching a series. So to me, it's very emotional to talk about it, but also I feel proud for my country.
That's a great story, actually. That's a great story that you return to your country and everybody's paying attention on what you do. Like, it's a great honor, I think. Like, great thing. I would like to ask you something particular for this game, though.
Mhm.
Do you remember this lob pass from Dimitris Diamantidis and your reverse dunk? And everybody in the WAC arena went crazy. I was inside at this game. I
Mhm.
was on the second floor, and I went crazy when you dunked this reverse.
Really, for those moments, it was kind of a crucial time where we needed to separate ourselves from Barcelona during the game. And those moments you always look for, especially in Panathinaikos. During my time in Panathinaikos with, of course, with Diamantidis, is the easiest player to play around. You know, he just finds you. You just gotta lock eyes with him, and he used to find me in the most craziest situation. You don't. I play against him. I play against Diamantidis. I think my first year in Europe when I was with Partizan, and even before I got to Panathinaikos, I always wondered why people were saying Diamantidis is so great. You know, as a competitor, just being from the other team, people would say like, "Well, I get it, he's really good, but I don't get why people are making such a big deal." But coming into Panathinaikos and getting to play with him, understanding the type of person he is first, and second, the type of player that he is, like the type of teammate that he is, like once you make a connection with him, those type of action happen. It was so I did the easiest part. The easier part was for me to jump catch the ball and dunk it, but to put the ball exactly where it was supposed to be, and at the time during the game, it's only him could do that to me. I I have I'm retired now, so I can say I don't think any other of my teammates that I played with could put the ball in that situation, that time, at that place. It's like I knew when I was gonna jump, I was gonna try to catch and reverse it, and it's like he knew too, to me. So it was amazing. It was amazing. It was an amazing time.
You just described your relationship with Diamandidis on the court. How was your relationship with him outside of the court? I mean, how was he as a person, as a character on the locker room?
I mean, what I can appreciate with him was simplicity. You know, I am myself not a person who's too loud with my personal life or too loud talking about myself all the time, and I can appreciate that with him. He's like very sincere, simple. I mean, very approachable. Although he's reserved and don't tell much about his personal life, but you can confide with him. You can confide with him. You can talk to him. He has a very good understanding of people's personality, how to build a team. I saw the court. I got to meet him and his family, uh, and we always got along pretty well. I mean, I can say that I am feel confident that even today, if I pick up the phone and dial his number, text him, he's gonna answer. I tried before because I tried. Obviously, I tried, and I think we have a particular relationship. He understood where I came from and what I was going through because when you play on a team coming from where I played before and getting to Panathinaikos, he understood the struggles that I was going to, even if they weren't public. But he also understood that I'm a very intense competitor. So he allowed me to be myself around him, and I'm sure he appreciated the fact that I allowed him to be himself around me. Obviously, Diamantidis is already a big personality in Greece, but really, when it gets down to it, it's mythos, man. You you just know he's a friend, he's a buddy. Love his wife, his family. It's always great to catch up with him.
As we speak about Diamandidis, I know that in some older interviews that you made, you spoke about Mike Batist on his influence. He influenced your game. Do
Mhm.
you think that Mike Batist or Dimitris Diamantidis influenced your game most?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, I play against. So, like I said earlier, when I was in Partizan, I played against Panathinaikos, And during that game was my first time getting to meet those two guys, and they're very different personalities. And like today, I can both call them my friend. Mike and his family came to our house here in Massachusetts more than 10 times since we both retired. So our wives talk almost all the time. Our kids know each other, so we have a different relationship than I have with Diamantidis, for example. Although our families know each other. I think the person who had the most effect in my game playing in Panathinaikos was probably Diamantidis, I would say. But because we had to form a very close bond early my first year, so we can work together. One thing that Pedulaki has mentioned from the first day, I mean, I could have been mad as much as I wanted, and it wasn't easy to adjust. But one thing he told me, you here to compliment this guy, Diamantidis. You here to help him on offense, because he needs someone to screen that understand how to play, basketball. Before Panathinaikos, I knew I could screen and roll, but I was never the screen and roll type every play down the court. And it's something that I developed playing with Diamantidis. From that year on, every team that I played for after Panathinaikos used me specifically for that skill. So I want to say playing with Diamantidis affect my game, my career a little more than Mike Baptiste. But obviously, when Mike came the second year, with his experience playing in Panathinaikos before, with experience in EuroLeague, he always had those little advice, those little things that he taught me during the game or in practice that kind of adjust and change my game as the seasons were going. Funny story about this, I'm gonna tell you the story. So first week of practice, when I get to Panathinaikos, I take we play. They show me the offense, and we play in practice. First play, I catch the ball, I dribble and take a step back jump shot. I make it. Pedulaki stop. No. No. We didn't bring you here for this. I mean, he explained, somebody else translate. We didn't bring you here for this. He brought you here to help Diamantidis. So you screen, roll, screen, roll, screen, roll. Why you fucking sign me to just do screen and roll? They said, we sign you, we give you this money to do this. I said, wait, we continue practice. I take the ball again. Dribble, layup, or shoot. I don't know. But I took the ball and drove and just played. No! We give you all this money. Screen, roll. Man, I was so pissed. Right? That from that moment, I was so pissed because he did it for like a week. The first week of practice, I couldn't do nothing but screen and roll, and I was pissed. And I was so pissed that's why every time I would get an alley oop or a dunk, I was yelling. Is because I was pissed because of that shit. It wasn't because.
That's a great story. This is definitely going viral. You know that, right?
So
Yes.
people, when they see me yelling for dunks and they think I was yelling because of the fan, because of action, most of the time I yell because I was just like, fuck, pick, roll, dunk. I'm so pissed I have to get the energy out, you know?
Yeah.
But it worked
Okay.
out. It worked out. I mean, the guy told me in the beginning, if you do this, you're going to be one of the best players in Europe. You're going to have a great career. In the beginning, I was pissed off, but it actually worked out for me. My career got better when I focused on these things that he wanted me to do.
So let's get back in the games. You had the series with Barcelona. Next year, you had series with CSKA Moscow, the same outcome. And after you moved to Efes, you had also an elimination on quarterfinals, on final eight.
Right.
In the end, did you feel that you missed a Final Four, that you wanted so much that you would change it for a championship, for example, or something like this?
Man, every time someone that I know win EuroLeague, I'm pissed off. Not pissed off because I'm jealous, because just like you said, I feel like I was so close to get there. But also, to be honest, maybe I feel sometimes maybe I wasn't ready because I didn't put too much emphasis in my life into focusing on going to the Final Four EuroLeague. I always been focused on winning games and winning championship, but EuroLeague Final Four, getting to that point, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a focus of mine, but it was. I feel like I didn't give enough of myself, devoted myself enough to get there. It's only when I got to win the Euro Cup championship, that I understood the difference between becoming a champion and everything else before. So I wish, obviously, that in FS, Panathinaikos, I would have got a chance to make it there. But no regrets, man. No regrets. You learn a lot when you lose, and I just take this learning and use it for the rest of my life.
You had a special connection with Panathinaikos fans. Do you remember any of nicknames that we gave you? Do you know about the electrician?
Electrician. I think
Because you used to black out everybody in the rim.
I remember that, but I think I remember. I completely forgot until you just mentioned it. But I wasn't, while I was playing, I wasn't so much paying attention to nickname. I think the only one that I liked, the only one that stuck with me is when they were calling me and James bad boys, because it kind of fit both our personalities. And but everything else, no, I didn't really pay attention, man. What's the other nicknames? The electricians. What's the other one?
I remember the electrician. I was always yelling, "Oh, the blackout comes again!" So always like this. But this bond, like with James Gistopoulos, actually, because he had a Greek nickname, it was a special thing. I remember you playing with him.
Yes. I mean, on the court, we definitely like bonded on the court, but also off the court. We were roommate in every road trip, so we got to meet, we got to talk to each other every night, understanding how we are, how we think, know each other better. Um, just like Mike Baptiste, our families know each other, our kids know each other. We spend a lot of time off the court together, doing all the bad boys thing bad boys can do. But yeah, but we also took our game very seriously. Um, Same approach to the game, very aggressive, uh, defensive minded. Like together, we always thought that we can stop everybody. You can be big, small. If we both on the court, we'll make big changes on defense. So we have a particular relationship. I mean, we talked last week. I think last week we talked. We text almost every day. So it's like a brother to me.
Okay, I will take you back. This is a question that we didn't prepare for, but I think that it's very interesting. You spoke about practicing, motivation, about getting focused on the game, about your approach on the game.
Yeah.
These days, Panathinaikos struggle a little bit, and a lot of people think that this is lack of motivation because last year they won the European Championship. Do you think that winning a title can influence the game next season or get your head out of the game so the result might not be the same as expected?
I mean, as players, definitely winning the year before, you can come back and feel like a little bit like you know how it is, you know exactly what's going to happen, and you know how to get to the end. Uh, but also now that Panathinaikos won, can definitely appreciate the fact and understand that all the other teams actually are ready for Panathinaikos this year, more ready than last year. I mean, it's been a long time coming since the last championship that the guys, Mike Baptiste won the championship, and from there to last year, where it was basically the rebuilding process, right? But now that Panathinaikos is back on top, I think people are now taking even more seriously. Not only because when you play for Panathinaikos, people can take you seriously just by showing up in the Waka and seeing the fan, without the player. You get what I'm saying? Like like the teams will take you seriously just because they know what kind of organization it is. They know they see the championships in the banner, but taking you as serious as the 5 on the floor or the 12 players on the team comes with the way you play. But I think this team is proven. They proved that they can win the championship. I'm sure this is just bump on the road. Coach Ataman is a winner, man. He's a winner. I had a lot of great. I got coached by some of the best coaches in Europe, and one thing I can take from this guy, he's a winner. He knows how to get it done. So I fully trust the fact that he'll get his team ready. He knows how to motivate players and get the best out of them. And if he can get the best out of you, if he can ask you, and you don't give him the best out of yourself, he's gonna take it out of you. So I have full confidence that Ataman will get this team ready at the right time.
You said before, like, if you want to say actually, you said before that Diamandidis knew that you struggle a lot to be there.
Right.
Do you want to say something about that? Like how you find the motivation to keep going, even that you went through a lot of difficulties to achieve your goal to play basketball? A guy coming from far away in Europe.
Um, I mean, just staying with it, man. Staying consistent. Staying consistent. You get to talk to people like Diamantidis. You know, he has his own. He has his own good things and own bad things that happen in his life, right? Like we had many conversations in the locker room where I got to understand his struggle, like the stuff that he liked, the stuff I didn't like, and we got to talk about me and the stuff I like and I didn't like. Getting a chance to talk to people on the team that can share like this is something that can help you and motivate you to do more and to give more. Because obviously, as a player, like you need to have a big, huge ego. Like it comes with the territory. You can't play basketball at a high level and have a tiny ego because other players gonna come at you if they see it. If I see that you weak mentally, I'm coming and I'm killing you until you decide to quit. And I think every player at that level understand that. Coming from Gabon, uh, and one thing that I think I've talked about, but not much, is to get to become a professional basketball. To me, it was the hardest. It's almost impossible. I'm the first ever in my country to be a professional basketball player. I grew up not having someone to look up to and see, oh, I want to be like this guy who was in Gabon. And it was the same in college. I had to deal with this in college. I was the first to be in college Division One. I was the first to get drafted. I was the first to play in Europe. And going to all these countries, uh, like Serbia, Israel, Spain, Greece, Turkey, Russia. These are countries that people in my country just don't get to see every day. And going over there and playing at the high level, you need to be really honing, being focused on your career, giving your best. Because I knew another kid from Gabon is coming. I know another kid from Gabon has dream because he see me doing it. Now they have someone to look up to. So when I was playing or talking to guys like Diamantidis, the thing that I really wanted to express is like I want to push the limit just as far as possible, right? I want to push as far because I know once the next kid is coming, he needs to push hard to get there and push further to go far and push a little more to go further. So my ambitions weren't just for me. I just knew as a kid I had like big dreams in a little town in Gabon, and I was just thinking every day, like, what can I do? Today I feel like quitting, but I can quit today because the next kid is coming. The next kid is coming. You know. So it was always that. My main motivating factor was that I was just trying to push as far as a competitor. As a competitor, I was just trying to push as far as I could because I know another kid is coming from Gabon. Another kid is coming and looking up to me like, don't quit, even if it's hard. You don't like being here. You don't like playing this way. You don't like the atmosphere. You don't like these people. Uh, this coach like you. This coach doesn't like you. Like, there's many things that happen in your career. You get to do whatever you want, or you don't do nothing at all. Uh, Everything that happens in your career kind of puts you in a position where you have to sometimes think if you want to continue doing it or not, but really like the motivation of knowing where I came from, meeting all these wonderful athletes, all making all these huge lifelong friendship, it just gives me motivation to keep going and keep going and keep pushing, keep pushing.
Actually, your story is very nice. To be honest with you, I could hear you speaking about this a lot of time. I've got one question. Do you see any connection with you and Matthias Lesor? Because listening to your story, it was something that came into my mind because he comes from Martinica. He has the same story, and I think that if he could speak, he would say the same words like you said about the motivation to the younger kids and all.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really know Matthias' story, but just watching him play and watching him play, you can see he got a chip on his shoulder, and he's very grounded and he knows where he comes from and where he want to go. So I can appreciate this. I can appreciate this game, how hard he played. I mean, and he's a champion now. He's a champion, so you can take nothing away from him. He's deserving of all the good things that happened to him. I know he works hard as hell to get there. So all the best to him.
How it was to play for Ergin Ataman? Hard coach, practices, any
Well,
funny story with Ergin?
Ataman is the easiest guy to play for. I can tell you this. One of the easiest coach I had. Because I mean, he gives you all the freedom. He just needed to show up and give 100%. To me, the formula is simple. That's how I think anyway. As long as I'm on the court, I'm gonna give 100%, and nothing else matters. Focus on winning. The thing about him is he loves to win, and I love to win. He's giving you a lot of freedom to do whatever you want as long as you show up 100%. And I think any player that played for him can attest to that. If you give 100% on offense and defense, he gives you all the freedom you want. You cannot ask better for this. You cannot ask better than this to a coach, especially in Europe, where it's a European basketball. There is a lot of rules around basketball. Extra, it's like when you sign a contract with a team, it's almost like you sign your life away. They take everything. They use you for 10 months, but with Ataman, you don't feel the strain of the season as much. He's a player's coach. He understands how players think. He knows when you need rest. He knows when you need to push you, and he's direct and honest. I like people that just tell you how they think. They don't hide anything. He just tell you how it is in your face, and I always appreciate that about him.
Do you have any secret story with Erkin Adaman as the one you said with Coach Pεδουλάκη before?
The last conversation I had with Ataman, he told me, because Ataman called me before I came the last year to Panathinaikos to go with him in FS. And I said no, I want to go to Greece because I want to feel like the Greek connection again. I want to be in Athens. My family loves Athens. And when I left, funny enough, the day I left Athens, I met him because he was coming in with FS to play Panathinaikos. And he said, well, next time I call you, make sure you answer this time, okay? So,
And I think he meant that.
yes, for sure.
Knowing his mentality, I think he meant that.
Mm-hmm.
Was your year in Galatasarай the best of your career?
Best in terms of winning European Championship, yeah. I can say that because there is nothing better than winning a championship, Euro Cup or Euro League. I think are the top two outside of the NBA. So winning the Euro Cup was amazing. But really, it's hard for me to pick like what's the best year because I can also say my first year in Panathinaikos, sweeping Olympiacos was, man, being on top of the buses, going from Olympiacos gym all the way to Oaka with the brooms like this. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. And beating them again the following year, that was awesome. I won. I won while I played in Partizan. That was my first year in Europe, and it was very difficult because Serbia is a different monster, man. When I play on the team, barely anybody spoke English. But the thing that you have to understand is my first language is French. And I came to college in America where I have to learn English. It took me 4 years to speak English, understand everything, even the jokes and all that stuff. It took me like all college. And 1 or 2 years after this, I had to move to Partizan and nobody speak English. So like I feel like I wasted 5 or 6 years of my 5 or 6 years of my life learning a language, and I had to learn I had to kind of learn, understand their culture, learn everything. So, and being my first time playing in Europe, man, that also was very difficult. But winning a championship after that, at the end of this, because we won Adriatic League and Serbian Championship, that to me was like a big achievement in my life. I understood that I was now playing basketball in Europe, and it was a new chapter in my life. So that year, playing in Panathinaikos, those first 2 years, and winning the championship in the Euro Cup, to me those really are 4 years that it's hard for me to pick which one is the best. But obviously, if you have to pick one, definitely, I can't even pick one because the sweep was so good. Sweep
I will
was
pick the sweep for you.
okay. The sweep was so good. So between the sweep and the European Championship.
Do you want to speak us about a bit what you do these days, about actions for your country and all the stuff that we are hearing you do?
Yeah. So after I stopped basketball, I became a managing director at Steady Capital. It's an investment firm that invests in sports, health and wellness, and infrastructure. Through this, I kind of learned the business behind sports, business behind health and wellness. I also invested a little bit in cannabis. You know my history with this, so I invested in that too. But I also invested in infrastructure around sports and technology. So I'm taking those skills and going back to my country with my investment firm, and we're looking at project in Gabon. And through that process, and meeting everyone back home and understanding where things are, I decided to put my name up for the next candidate for the election of the Basketball Federation in Gabon. The election is at the end of this month, so I have to start doing a campaign, which is very different for me, but I have to do it. And hopefully, by the beginning of next year, I'll be the new president of the federation, and I want to help my country. I want to help my people, basketball players, basketball in Gabon, at least reach to the level that we someone in basketball. That's my goal. Trying to put Gabon name out there, not only when I was playing, but also after playing through a couple of my actions.
That's great to create a legacy, and you're gonna promise that the good players you're gonna send them to Panathinaikos.
Hey, listen, I'll send you all the best first. We take care of family first, and then
Exactly. If
and actually, I want to use your platform to reach out to the basketball federation in Greece. If there is any way for me and the future basketball federation to make a collaboration between Greece and Gabon, I would love that. I plan on going to Athens, to Greece soon, to trying to make this happen. Because to me, Greece is a huge part of my career. I mean, I developed tremendously in Athens. I think people understand basketball very well, and my country is in help of development. So I know connecting both could be very helpful for my people, and I want them to understand because even today it's hard for them to understand what it is to what it is that I done when I was in Greece, what kind of player I am in Greece, or what I represented for Greece for Panathinaikos. So I want people to understand, to know what it takes to run an organization, a stellar organization, like an organization like Panathinaikos, an organization like AEK, Olympiacos, like all these organizations, they run well is because they have people that understand what sports mean. So for me to take my people to understand it, I feel like a connection between my roots in Greece and my roots in Gabon is necessary. So if your platform can help me get in touch with them, that would
We
be perfect.
hope. We hope. We are not such a big platform, but all our subscribers, all our viewers, I hope they take that, cut it, make it viral. Let's help help Stefan to achieve these goals, because like at the end of the day, if you're creating something and you live in a legacy in the world for the new generations, this is what you want. This is actually what we want, me and Panos, that we create this platform to get out of all this toxicity that you maybe uh, had felt in Greece when you were, or in general in Balkans is almost
Yeah,
the same. That we want to create something different, something unique, something to to leave a small legacy in the sports.
definitely, definitely. Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes,
Olympiacos and Panathinaikos, are they? Is it back to playing with both fans in the same gym, or still one fan?
one fan.
No.
No,
What? Oh,
no.
I'm still one of the last people who played with both fans.
Yes,
Yes, you're.
When hey man, that fight right here, man, I want this again.
maybe it will happen in the finals. Let's say in football, but in basketball, I don't think they want the federation. They don't want. They
They don't
could
want
have it because like they played in the Super Cup. They played
that.
with both fans, but it was not the organized fans, the Gate 13 or Gate 7.
The
So it
ultras,
was
no
more
ultras.
no ultras, just normal fans that they were there.
Oh, they say no ultras. How they stop this? How you would know?
Yeah,
We just
they had the reasons that they stopped it. Yeah, they had the reasons.
The only thing that happened since you left is that in Oaxaca there is no protecting net yet. They just removed it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, this is a small
Oh,
step.
we have civilized fans now.
Yes, we are moving forward. We are proud of this. To be
Yeah,
honest, but we have to keep this rhythm in the stadium. We have to find out our roots, our ways in the stadium. I think, my opinion.
I mean, Yanakopoulos made a great updates to the Oaxaca. I saw it on TV. So you can have this professional arena and coins and flair thrown at people. So I understand.
Yeah, like it's more reasonable without that. Yeah.
But definitely you will like the arena. I guess that when you will be in Athens, maybe you will go in Oaxaca, so you will
Of
like it
course,
for sure.
of course, I'm going up out there in the stands when it's time for the Horto Magical song. You're gonna see me over there. That's where
Okay.
that's where I'm going. They still have this song, right?
No, definitely,
Yes.
Oh,
of
okay. So
course,
that's my cue. That's my time.
of course, we have it. This is the best chant ever that the fans invented.
Nice.
We're gonna do the last part, which is questions. The first thing that it comes to your mind, you answer it. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Alley oop or a block?
Block.
Athens, Belgrade, Istanbul, Tel Aviv. Which one did you prefer? But you already answered, I guess.
Athens.
Favorite food in Greece?
There's this lamb spot in the mountain, close to the mountain in Athens. You drive over there and they have fresh lamb and potatoes, and it's the best lamb I ever freaking ate in my life. Every time I think about lamb, I think about that spot, man. I have to find a spot, but everyone knows that spot. And it's
Yes.
so good. I don't know how to explain, but yeah, that's my favorite
Hey,
spot.
let's find in the comments. They will find it in the comments what you mean.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If anyone ever met Stefan eating somewhere lamb, just write it down in the comments. Favorite teammate in Panathinaikos?
Ggist, Diamantidis.
You
I
can
can't,
pick.
I can't pick.
Okay. Favorite overall in your career?
Ggist, Diamantidis.
Favorite NBA player?
My favorite NBA player, Michael Jordan, like everybody else. But I really like Tracy McGrady when I was a kid. But Michael Jordan is my favorite player all time.
I'm more Kobe fan.
I know.
I'm more LeBron fan. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
We
okay.
don't we don't speak to you, Panos, because we are. So, NBA favorite team?
Boston Celtics. Obviously, I live here. We won the championship and we green like Panathinaikos.
You said about Diamandidis, but now choose one playmaker that plays these years to play with. Who will be?
Playmaker. Mike James? Everybody wants to play with Mike James. He's not so much of a playmaker, he's a scorer, but he can make plays. Yeah. I would love to play with Mike James.
Last game, he passed like 11 times. I don't remember how many times. We felt it because we lost from Monaco. So, best 5 starting from your days. EuroLeague players.
EuroLeague players. Okay. 1. Diamantidis. I'm on the 5 or I'm at the 5?
You can put whatever you want.
Well,
I would go with you.
I put Stefan motherfucking Lasme in there. So Diamantidis, Lasme, best 5 to beat anybody I can think of. Diamantidis, Lasme, Γκιστ. I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. Blake Shield at the 2. Jonas. I want to pick Jonas because I just know he's a fucking dog. I take Jonas to war any day, anywhere. So I'm sorry, everybody else I play with, but I think I'm gonna stick with that 5. I think Diamantidis at the 1, Blake Shield at the 2, Jonas at the 4, me and Γκιστ as bigs. That 5. I'm sorry. I know I forgot someone who was huge in my career, someone that helped me a lot, someone that I love playing with. But off the top like this, those are the 5 guys that I would take to war any day.
Okay, those were best 5 teammates, right?
Yeah, the best 5 teammates that I can have.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's pick the best 5 ever, for example.
The best 5 ever. What? Best 5 ever. So I'm gonna pick from. Okay.
Not only your teammates, like you can. I think you're gonna put Diamantidis in the first again.
You know what? Best 5 ever. Diamantidis, Spanulis too.
I knew you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. Spanulis.
I would do also.
He's a dog. He's a dog. You can't help it. He's Spanulis MVP. 3, maybe Kirilenko. He was EuroLeague.
Mm-hmm.
4. There's one guy that I play against, and he cooked me every time. Smodish. I don't know if you remember that guy. Oh, that guy gave me to business my first year in Partizan. So I want to put him out there. And 5, Mike Baptiste.
I would go with the same, Mike Baptiste.
Yeah.
So, the hard one.
Uh-huh.
Final 4 predictions for this year.
I have no clue, man. Panathinaikos, Monaco. Honestly, I don't watch much, but I watch those 2 teams. I think one Spanish team in there because there's always one Spanish team that goes in. I want to go with Real Madrid because Tavares is my guy. He's a dog too. Tavares, it takes a lot of room in there. So, and 4th, I know if Panathinaikos is good, automatically Olympiacos is good.
Yeah.
So I picked the 2 Greek teams. The 2 Greek teams, Monaco and Real Madrid.
Last question. You made your final 4 predictions. Just give the winner.
Winner. Controversial answer. Not because of the team, more because of the coach. Panathinaikos.
Democratically, I was like this.
But if there's one person that knows how to beat Panathinaikos, it's Coach Spanulis, right?
You think so? Monaco and Panathinaikos at the final. This is my prediction also.
Yeah. I mean, do you know why though? Because it's bigger. It's a game that's bigger it's like in what I believe, okay? In Mike James' career, Spanulis' career, playing against Olympiacos in the final, Panathinaikos in the final, it's bigger than whatever anybody on the Panathinaikos team can think. It means more for them.
The attitude. the mentality, the winning, the willing to win.
Right.
I see your point.
Right. But you never know. Panathinaikos is Panathinaikos.
Okay, Stefan. So I think we reached the end. Did you have a good time here with us? Did you enjoy your time in Pick and Roll podcast?
Oh, I love speaking to you guys, man. It's awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I was a little bit nervous before, but you guys made it very cool, very relaxed, and I enjoyed every single minute.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you here. Mr. Stefan Lásme, electrician, aka Bad Boy. Let's see what the fans are going to say in the comment.
AKA Stefan Lásme. Oh, wait.
That's
Right,
exactly. Great.
Hey guys, thank you a lot.
Μέχρι και για τις επενδύσεις του μας είπε. Ικανοποιήθηκε μέχρι και ο Λάου. Ξέρει αυτός.
Έλατε.
Εντάξει. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ τα παιδιά, το Μάνθο, το Μπικάπο, το Λάου, όλα τα παιδιά. Μπορεί να ξεχνάω κάποιον, θα σας βάλω στο post. Φορλάν, μπράβο.
Ναι.
Για τις
είναι
ερωτήσεις,
πολύ πάντων.
για τις ερωτήσεις που μας δώσατε. Γενικά να μας ακολουθείτε στα social, στο Twitter, στο Instagram. Κάντε και το ένα like και ένα subscribe. Όσοι έρχεστε σε επαφή μαζί μας, προσπαθούμε πάντα, κάνουμε ένα γκρουπάκι σε τέτοιες συνεντεύξεις και λέμε θέλεις να κάνεις κάποια ερώτηση στο χι αθλητή, δώστηνα. Και προσπαθούμε να τις χωρέσουμε σε ένα γκρουπάκι να γίνει κάτι ωραίο. Σας ευχαριστούμε που το παρακολουθήσατε. Ελπίζω να το απολαύσετε. Εμείς γελάσαμε πάρα πολύ. Είμαι ακραία ευχαριστημένος με αυτή τη συνέντευξη. Δεν ξέρω εσύ πάνω.
Πάρα πολύ ωραίο. Μένα μου άρεσε πάρα πολύ. Το απόλαυσα και είναι πολύ αυθόρμητο. Φαίνεται νομίζω ότι έχει πάρα πολύ αυθορμητισμό μέσα στη συνέντευξη. Έχει ερωτήσεις που δεν έχουν σχεδιαστεί να ερωτηθούν, ας πούμε. Ξέρεις, είναι ένα πολύ ωραίο υλικό νομίζω.
Ναι, backstory στο live της Δευτέρας, όπως πάντα. Θα πούμε backstory σε τα προβλήματα που είχαμε, αν αντιμετωπίσαμε κανένα πρόβλημα. Δόξα τω Θεώ, όχι τόσο πολλά αυτή τη φορά. Το πώς ήρθαμε σε επαφή. Όλα. Θα τα πούμε στο live της Δευτέρας. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. Να είστε καλά και pick and roll. Ciao.